What's going on, y'all? Your boy's back, skilled and sound. And here we're back on another topic. I wanted to talk about Steph Curry. Is Steph on the decline? Steph's been putting up great numbers from the outside. Before you dive in deep, you look at his points. He's averaging 25.8 points per game. He's giving you good rebounds for a point guard. He's definitely averaging over 6 assists. But I was just thinking, he's been on a big slump as of lately. And we've noticed that, right? He's been giving you a lot of 3 for 12 games from three, a lot of 6 for 20 from the field overall. And this just made me think, is he on a decline? Yes, he had a great season last year, but that took a lot out of him to be able to, hey, they almost got into the AC, they almost got into the playoffs, but that made me think, is he on a decline? Did that take so much out of him last year to where now this year he's just not able to carry a team? And somebody who's a smaller player, it kind of makes you think, are they built to carry a team? Guys like AI is rare. Yeah, AI didn't win a championship, but AI at pretty much 5'11", 6 foot took a Philadelphia team to the finals. And that's one of the things where a lot of people don't give him enough credit. Is usually it's your big guys that's built to carry a team, like a Lebron, Jordan, Kobe. Those guys are like 6'6" or taller, 200 pounds, who can carry a team. But somebody who's 6'3", 6'2", 180 pounds, those guys are not. They're not able to sustain carrying a team for years on out. And ever since Steph had that, when he broke Ray Allen's record, he's been on a huge slump. I mean, just look at his numbers overall. He's shooting 41.6% from the field. I mean, if you don't count 2019, he was injured all year. But that's definitely a career low by far. Look at his three, 37%. He's never averaged under 40% before. So that's very alarming to me that he's definitely that low. And I came across this article where they're pretty much talking about, hey, his huge historic shooting slump for somebody like him, and how for the last 7+ weeks, Curry has shot 34.4% from three and 38% overall. And those numbers are inflated by a few big games. And that's the thing, that his percentages, which is bad for him, are only that high, that 41% and 37% from threes, because his huge explosion games that he's had this year, he was very efficient and had high numbers. That's the thing that kind of, if you peel that page back, you see that those numbers are definitely inflated. And then take a look at this as well. Since the turn of the calendar of 2022, Curry is under 30% from three and 30% from the field. And that's one of the things, we're not talking about that enough. You got guys like, and check this out, I actually did a comparison on NBA.com to Steph and Russell Westbrook. Now, by no means am I saying that Russell Westbrook is a better shooter than Curry. I mean, Westbrook is one of the worst shooters in the NBA, and one of the things that's I always thought that's kind of weird about Russ is Russ was an elite mid-range guy. What happened to that? He can't even hit a mid-range bucket. He's airballing shots, but that's for another topic. But take a look at this overall. Westbrook is actually shooting a higher percentage from the field, 43.8, than Curry's 41. And the media will make you think that, hey, Westbrook is having a horrible season. And it's just that West is not averaging his usual 20 points a game and, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. He's just looking bad with the Lakers and with LeBron, because anytime you play with LeBron, everything's heightened. You pay attention more to everybody's flaws, right? So Westbrook, yeah, he is having a bad season, but it's not as bad as you think. That 43% is usually his quote unquote average. So it's not as bad as we think it is. His 29% from three is just pretty much his career average. So Russ is pretty much just being Russ this year, but it's just being more heightened. But still, in comparison to Steph, that's not good. That's not good. So I just have to ask the question: is Steph on the decline? And I know every great shooter get into their slumps, and most likely he'll probably bounce back, and he'll probably have a stretch of like 5 to 10 games where he'll snap out of it. But this has been a long, long stretch, and take a look at this stat. Since December 1st, he's making just 36.6% of his wide open threes, and now it's slipped to 31% since January 1st. And this is somebody we call the greatest shooter of all time. And I'm starting to rethink that. Regular season, yeah. But don't you think that when somebody's one of the greatest shooters or is the greatest shooter of all time, they should come up big in big time clutch moments? And his clutch factor has been questioned big time. I mean, the other night, what was it, against Houston? He finally hit his first game winner. And you would think somebody of Steph's caliber shooting, he would have multiple game winners. He would come up clutch. I mean, this is the same guy that doesn't have a final MVP or finals MVP. He's come up small in a lot of big moments when he should have took that situation over. I mean, we have to look at his documented history where Steph has struggled in the clutch. And I'm not sure what it is, but I don't think Steph is a clutch player, and we don't talk about that enough. But just wanted to talk about that. The Warriors are doing well right now just because they have a great all-around team. Gary Payton III and Draymond's playing well. Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga. A lot of these guys are coming through playing well as a team. And with Curry's huge slump, they're still winning. So, just wanted to talk about that. I just thought that was interesting. It remains to be seen if this slump continues the whole season. Because if it continues the whole season like this, then yes, we're going to have to talk about, is he actually on the decline at 33 years old, right? But hey, if he snaps out of it, then he snaps out of it. But I think this is something that we need to kind of keep an eye at going forward, because he's never had this huge slump before. And to be shooting 41% and 37 from three, that's not a good look. But let me know what you guys think. Leave comments down below. I'm going to go ahead and read them. Like this video, subscribe. It's your boy Skilled and Sound, and I'm out.